Welcome to the Life Coach Lounge. I'm Angela.
I'm Lisa.
And I'm Emily.
This isn't a podcast for coaches. It's for you, for real people navigating real life. It's lighthearted, it's deep, and it's grounded in faith, friendship, and purpose.
And once a month, you can join us in our virtual Life Coach Lounge on Zoom.
So pull up a seat. The Life Coach Lounge is open. Hello, friends. It's Tuesday, which means it's Life Coach Lounge Day. I'm Lisa, and I'm here with my co-hosts, Emily and Angela. And we're going to do something a little different today. We're going to play a game. It's called the One Word Challenge. It's a rapid fire game that I created. And so let me give you a little backstory on how I created today's topic. My husband was traveling recently, and out of the blue, he called me. He just asked me one question. He said, in one word, how would you describe me? And I knew that he was doing a team building event that evening. So I answered his question. I said, funny. And he said, thanks, babe. And he hung up. And I was like, oh, okay. I got no explanation. I got nothing for several days. And that immediately made me think, oh, this would be super fun to do on the podcast. So since I'm moderating today, I get to watch Emily and Angela be a little bit in the hot seats. However, if you really want to know an answer that I would have, just chime in. So here are the loose guidelines for this game that I've created. There's no points, but there are rules. And the rules are as follows. 5 seconds. So you have max of 5 seconds to answer your questions. One word only. And I will give you an opportunity later in the episode to give a longer explanation. We'll get to that a little later. So before we get started, I just want to remind our listeners, if you have not joined the Life Coach Lounge Facebook group, you definitely want to do that, because once a month we host a virtual lounge. So you are invited to come and hang out with us in the lounge. The show notes will have all of the information so that you can easily join that group. Also, please, we love it when our listeners leave us a review or give us a rating. Okay, so let's get into it. Here we go. Round one is what I call lifestyle lightning round. Angela, you're going to go first each time.
All righty.
Okay, here we go. Sushi.
Asian.
Fishy.
Camping.
Never.
Bugs.
Harry Potter.
Sorcery.
Dark.
Monday mornings.
Favorite.
Opportunity.
Social media.
Propaganda.
Distracting.
Public speaking.
Intriguing.
Exhilarating.
Kale.
Yum.
Crunchy.
Leggings as pants.
No.
Nope.
The word journey.
Love.
Adventure.
Kombucha.
Terrible.
Yum.
All right, listeners, I hope that you are taking note of our personalities and also, more importantly, playing along. All right, here's a wild card for this lifestyle round one. Adult coloring books.
Colorful? I don't know. I choked.
Relaxing.
Oh, that's a good one.
All right, we're going to move right into round two, and this is going to be coach life. Not necessarily a confessional, but I thought it would be interesting to see what your one word responses were to coach speak. So if you haven't listened to that episode, take a listen to coach speak. It might be a little eye-opening for all of you. All right, we're going to switch it up this round. Emily, you're going to answer first. Manifesting.
Unbiblical.
Impossible.
It's triggering.
Why?
Possible.
Unsolicited advice.
Consider.
Pass.
The word pivot.
Helpful.
Pivot! Pivot!
Oh my gosh, if I remember correctly, Emily is not a Friends.
No, but I'm familiar with where she was going with that. I know
She's not
enough
a
about that. That
Friends
was
fan.
a reference.
Okay.
Wait,
Boundaries.
did she just change the rules though? Did she answer the word with the word? I'm wondering if we need to do a redo on that one for Angela because she answered the word with the word.
You're taking a long time to explain things right now.
Okay, boundaries. Boundaries.
Curious.
Helpful.
Vision boards.
Creativity.
Inspiring.
The phrase, I'm holding space for you.
Attentive.
Safe.
Enneagram.
Tool.
Curious.
Someone crying in a session.
Compassion.
Tender.
And the phrase, what would the healed version of you do?
Possibility.
Freedom.
Okay. All right. So this is where you both get an opportunity. We're going to slow things down a little bit, and you're going to get an opportunity to pick one or two of the answers that you gave to the words or the phrases I gave you, and just give a little explanation.
I'll choose one. When you said public speaking, I am very interested in public speaking, and so I'm intrigued by it. I want to learn more about it. I know there's tools that you can learn to become better at public speaking. I know most people think of public speaking and it's like right up there with death. Like I'm not sure if they would rather die or speak in public. And that's not me. I'm drawn to it.
All right, I'm going to go. I'm going to go with. I've purposely put this on the list because I had a feeling what your answers would be. So as I sit here and will go out in public later with my leggings on as pants, I don't have a problem with it. So my answer to leggings as pants, and I've been told by many people exactly the answers you guys both gave. Mine would be comfort.
think it depends. Honestly, the leggings thing, I think women have to have self-awareness and maybe even ask the people the closest to them, like, what do you think? Are these appropriate to go out in public or not? Because there are certain body types I think can rock leggings. They look amazing. Other body types, not so much. And it has nothing to do with weight either, really. Not a lot to do with weight anyway. It's more like body type. And so I think as a general rule, I think it's a no because many people don't have that self-awareness, but there is a small percentage of the population of women that I think look amazing in leggings.
I will admit that as a fuller figured woman, I do not go out in public with my leggings on, with my lower extremities out there. Like I always have on a longer tunic top. I love my long cardigans. What do you call those? They're like boleros. Like isn't there a fancy word for like those longer sweaters, but they're like cardigan style? Love,
Like a
love, love
duster?
those. Yes, kind of like that. Yes. So, well, I enjoy my leggings and then I like put on like my cute little boots with it or my high boots or something. So, I'm not I'm not wearing them out as I've seen many people younger than me, mostly just out there like they're heading right to the gym. I'm not rocking that style, but I do rock my comfort. Okay, Emily, pick one of those words in the first round. Explain yourself, girl.
Okay, so when you said unsolicited advice, I said the word consideration. I think there was a time that I probably would have thought, no, thank you to unsolicited advice and just ignored it, dropped it, whatever. But I think it's important to consider, why did they offer that? Is there any nugget of truth or helpfulness to that? I mean, as a general rule, if somebody is giving you advice that you didn't ask for, it's easy to just be like blow it off. But I think it's important also to be curious and consider if it's helpful. If it's not, then you can trash it.
I have noticed that I have spent more intentional time recognizing if I am giving unsolicited advice. I think it's important to be like pay attention to it from being on the other side of it as well. Like, I love the fact that you're like, oh, just be curious if someone's giving it to you, but are you also dishing it out?
In what we've learned in coaching, we have been taught not to give advice, but rather to ask curious questions so the person can come up with the solution or the answer or the idea on their own. And so I agree with you. Since getting into coaching and learning about it, learning how to be a good coach, I'm very aware also if I'm giving advice that they didn't ask for, I may have a great idea in my head about how they can solve their problem. But if they didn't ask,
Mm-hmm.
it's probably better that I don't offer it without them inquiring of it. So yeah, I
Yes.
would say that self-awareness has definitely increased for me too.
Angela, tell me a little more about when I said the phrase someone crying in a session. Tell me a little more about that one.
I think I said tender. I always think that when someone is crying, they are releasing pain. I believe tears are very healing. And so I want to be especially tender with them. I always want to have a safe space for clients and friends, my kids, whoever, to come to and, never want them to feel like they have to apologize for their tears. So I do think it's a tender time to be with someone. I mean, there's a reason the tears are coming out. They're exposing a wound. So I want to be tender with that.
Emily, do you have another one that you feel like I just want a little more explanation here?
I think it would be good to revisit the term when we talk about holding space for a client. I use the word attentive when I thought of that. So the idea of holding space for someone is creating that safe environment. I think that was Angela's word, was safety or safe. Being there, being attentive, being a great listener, being curious, really just giving them the space and the time to talk about, to discover, to bring emotions to the surface, to let whatever happens in that coaching session just happen with our full attention, full engagement, just with that one person. And just what a gift that is to have somebody giving you that one on one attention, purposeful listening. I love that term, holding space for someone, but I don't know that it's necessarily a term that is familiar to people outside of the coaching realm. So, which is why I thought we could revisit that one, explain it a little bit more.
And I think you did a great job explaining it. I have heard that phrase used negatively.
Really?
Yeah. People who are not, in my opinion, are not as familiar with exactly what a life coach does. They have an idea or a belief that a life coach fill in the blank, whatever their thoughts are about our profession. I have heard it used in, oh yeah, I know, you're just going to hold space for me and then it will all be okay. Like
Interesting.
in that
Hmm.
context, which tells me that they hear that phrase, hold space for someone, and it is not as inviting as the way you just described it. So I appreciate that you picked that one out. Angela, is there any other one that you would like to give a little more insight on, or shall we move on to the plot twist round?
Well, I just want to explain my answer for sushi being Asian because, yes, of course, it is Asian, but also I have two Asian daughters who absolutely love sushi. So when I think of sushi, I think of my beautiful Asian girls.
Aw, I love that.
Do they make sushi? Do they ever make their own sushi?
I believe they have before, but they definitely have their favorite spots in town where they like to go and get it. Jim and I don't go out for sushi very often, and I don't make it at home. But when they want to go out for sushi, we go.
I love sushi, and I have tried to make it at home. I have not mastered that art. My rice is all over the place. Not like literally all over the place, but like the it'd be really thick on one side and really thin on the other side. The I have a whole sushi mat and like all the a kit. It is not as easy to do for this girl as it looks when it's presented to you on a beautiful plate at a restaurant.
I think it's definitely a skill. I mean, if you watch them make it, they make it look easy, and I don't think it is.
No, not for me. Okay, let's go into the little plot twist I put in here. We're going to use one word to describe each other. So, how I thought about this is I will describe Angela, Angela will describe Emily, and Emily, you'll describe me in one word. And then we'll give a little response after we each give our answer. So, I'm going to describe Angela in one word, and my word is compassionate. All right, Angela, you describe Emily.
I would say, Emily, the word that comes to me first is sister.
Aw. And Elisa, for you, I would choose the word authentic.
Oh, I feel like there's no explanation needed for any of that. But a little explanation for why I chose the word compassionate is in knowing Angela on a deeper level than just the podcast scenario, really from our Marcos that we talk about all the time. I have learned that there are beliefs that Angela has shared with us about herself, either from coaching that she has received or just daily life. And it has to do with control. And when I listen to Angela in those moments in our Marcos, I always hear compassion rise above the use of the word control. I always view it as really, it's not about control, it's about the level of compassion that this woman has for her people.
I love that. Thank
That's
you.
my explanation for compassionate.
That's so sweet. Thank you.
All right, tell us why Emily is a sister from another mister for you.
So I think it has to do with our common faith. I just feel like we get each other. I feel very connected to Emily. Emily is my personal coach, and that I'm sure takes it a layer deeper. But someone I can laugh with, someone I can cry with, someone I trust deeply. Yeah, like a sister in Christ, sister as a friend. And it was so funny when I got your Christmas card this year, Emily, you wrote to my sister. I don't even know if you were aware that you wrote that, but I was like, oh my word. Yeah, I felt that. So, yeah.
Oh, thank you, Angela. I received that. And I think of both of you as my sisters as well. It's just so frustrating we don't live next to each other so that we could actually hang out all the time too. So thank you for that. And Lisa, I chose authentic for you because you are 100% real. You have opinions, you have thoughts, you have beliefs, and you're not afraid to speak them, but in your voice, in your view, and your experience. And I just really appreciate that you are just 100% real all the time. And a close second for you, I was going to say spunky because Lisa has some spunk and I love it when she brings it either on the podcast or in the Marcos. That is one trait of yours that I really appreciate, your spunk. But that comes through because you're truly being yourself. You're being Lisa.
Oh, thank you. All right, well, this was fun. You can learn really so much from another person just from one word. It really is kind of eye-opening. And some of the things you answered, I was like, oh, okay. I answered that a little differently in my head for you. But I think it's fun. So, listeners, you have a little bit of homework here as we wrap up this episode today. I would love for you to drop your one word reaction to listening to this podcast. And a bonus would be what's one word you use to describe where you are in life right now, today. So thank you, Emily and Angela. And I want everyone to just remember sometimes less is really more. And like I said, I really think you can get a lot from people's one word responses. So we survived, friends. Thank you. I learned some things about myself today, as well as learning a lot about each of you. I love learning just one more layer to add to our friendships. But here's what this episode really reminded me of. We don't have to take ourselves so seriously all the time. We can do meaningful work and have fun. So we can be real and we can be professional. And and I can be spunky. So thank you for spending time with us today in the lounge. And until next time, keep showing up, keep being brave, and remember you're already enough. And ladies, as always, I will see you later today in the Marcos. Until next time, bye.